What if I told you that the son of a black cleaning lady, someone society dismissed, humiliated, and ignored, would one day silence an entire auditorium, not with anger, but with words spoken in 9 different languages? This is not just a story about intelligence. It's about prejudice, sacrifice, resilience, and the unstoppable human spirit. Stay with me until the end, because the lesson this young man taught the world is one we all desperately need to hear. Her name was Lillian. She was a mother, a fighter, and yes, a cleaning lady. Every morning, before the world even woke up, she tied her headscarf, put on her faded uniform, and carried a bucket and mop into buildings that gleamed with wealth she could never touch. She scrubbed office floors. She polished school desks. She emptied trash cans filled with the dreams and carelessness of others. And when people passed her by, they didn't see a woman. They saw a shadow. To them, she was invisible, replaceable, forgettable. But to her son, Malik, she was everything. Malik was just a boy when he realized the world did not treat his mother the way she deserved. He saw how people refused to look her in the eye, how children laughed when she picked him up from school in her work clothes, how teachers avoided conversations when she spoke in her heavy accent. But Malik also saw something else. Her pride, her unbreakable spirit. She never let the world's cruelty define her. And every night, after a long day of scrubbing other people's dirt, she would sit with Malik at their small kitchen table and teach him the one thing no one could ever take away, the power of words. Malik's first language was the one his mother sang to him in, an African tongue that carried history, rhythm, and memory. But soon, another language entered his world, English, and then another, Spanish, and another, French. You see, while most children played video games or kicked soccer balls, Malik collected words the way others collected toys. He sat in libraries for hours, tracing his finger along dictionaries, repeating sounds until they rolled off his tongue like music. By the time he was 12, Malik could already hold conversations in 4 languages. By 15, he had mastered 6. But genius doesn't silence prejudice. Sometimes, it makes it louder. At school, Malik's brilliance was not celebrated. It was questioned. You? Speak French? Yeah, right. A cleaning lady's kid. Smart? That's funny. Don't pretend to be something you're not. They laughed at him. Teachers doubted him. Even when he answered questions perfectly, some accused him of cheating, saying there was no way he could know so much. Malik learned early. The world had already written a story for him. A story where he was supposed to be silent, uneducated, invisible, just like they treated his mother. But Malik refused to read their story. He was writing his own. Visual montage of Malik being ignored in class, walking home alone, then cutting to him at home surrounded by books, practicing languages in the mirror. One evening, Malik's mother found him whispering in 9 different voices, switching from German to Portuguese, from Arabic to Mandarin, from Russian to Italian. She laughed, tears in her eyes, and said, "Baby, your tongue is a gift. One day, the world will have to listen." Malik didn't know when that day would come. He just knew it had to, and it would happen sooner than he ever imagined. It was during a school event. Students, parents, and teachers gathered in the big auditorium for an academic competition. Malik sat quietly in the crowd, while others whispered about him, "That's the cleaning lady's son." On stage, a panel of judges asked a question that no one could answer. The topic? World cultures and languages. Students fumbled, stuttered, and admitted defeat. The audience grew restless. And then, Malik raised his hand. Laughter rippled through the room. The son of a cleaning lady? Competing against the school's wealthiest kids? Impossible. But when Malik stood up, his voice did not tremble. He spoke, first in English, then smoothly transitioned into Spanish, then French, then Mandarin, then Arabic, then Italian, then Russian, then German, and finally, Portuguese. 9 languages. Perfectly. Flawlessly. The room went silent. Dead silent. In that single moment, the labels fell away. He was no longer the cleaning lady's son. He was a genius, a polyglot, a force of nature. The auditorium erupted into applause. Teachers who once doubted him now clapped with trembling hands. Students who mocked him now sat in awe. And Malik? He didn't smile out of pride. He smiled because, in that instant, the world finally saw what his mother had always seen. Not a boy chained by circumstance, but a young man destined to change the narrative. Later that day, a reporter asked Malik a question. How did you learn to speak 9 languages? And Malik replied, with quiet strength, I'm the son of a black cleaning lady. The world never expected me to be more. But my mother taught me that words are doors. And I decided to open every single one. That quote spread, first through the school, then through the city, then beyond. Malik was invited to conferences, universities, international events. He became living proof that genius has no skin color, no class, no uniform. But he never forgot the truth. None of it would have been possible without his mother. This is the story of Malik, but it's also the story of so many unseen, unheard children who carry brilliance inside them, waiting for the world to believe. And it's the story of parents like Lillian, who sacrifice everything, working jobs that society disrespects, just so their children can reach for something higher. So the next time you see someone mopping a floor, scrubbing a desk, or carrying a trash bag, remember, behind them might be a child holding the power to speak to the world in ways we can't even imagine. Malik's journey teaches us this. Never let the world write your story for you. Break their narrative. Write your own. Because when the son of a cleaning lady can stand tall and say, I speak 9 languages, he is not just speaking for himself. He is speaking for all of us. Believe in yourself. Respect those who sacrifice for you. And remember, greatness can come from anywhere. If this story moved you, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more powerful true stories that remind us of the strength of the human spirit. Until next time, keep writing your own story.